How Andrew Carnegie became the richest man in the world. Are you curious about the individuals who have amassed fortunes on par with Andrew Carnegie? Wondering how a Scottish immigrant with minimal education became the richest man in the world? In the vast tapestry of human history, certain individuals stand out for their extraordinary wealth and the indelible mark they left on society. Andrew Carnegie, a man of immense complexity and riches, belongs to this rarefied group. Imagine a fortune so colossal that, after selling his company, its value would represent a staggering 2% of the entire United States GDP today. This captivating video plunges into the captivating odyssey of a Scottish immigrant who, armed with only 5 years of formal education, soared from the depths of humble beginnings to claim the title of the wealthiest man in the world. Join us as we unravel the extraordinary tale of Andrew Carnegie's ascent to unimaginable wealth and influence. Early age. Carnegie, formerly the wealthiest American in history, wasn't born in America. His story began in Dunfermline, Scotland, where he grew up in extreme poverty. His father weaved cloth and other materials using looms until the steam-powered loom emerged, causing his business to fail. Witnessing his father's struggle during the Industrial Revolution deeply impacted Carnegie. In 1848, Carnegie and his family left Scotland, selling their possessions and borrowing money to seek a better life in Pittsburgh, the center of manufacturing in America. However, they still faced hardships as his parents struggled to find work. Andrew had no option but to drop out of school to support his family. Eventually, he secured a job as a messenger boy in a local telegraph office, delivering telegrams all over Pittsburgh by bike. Carnegie's interactions with the city's business community through his work allowed him to familiarize himself with their faces and names. His telegraph skills improved, and he became adept at deciphering Morse code, even without writing down the messages. Impressed by his talent, Thomas Scott, a regional manager for the Pennsylvania Railroad Company, hired Carnegie as his personal telegrapher and secretary for $35 per month. This employment provided Carnegie with a valuable opportunity to learn about running a successful business. During the American Civil War, Carnegie was drafted into the Union but chose not to fight. Instead, he paid someone $850 to take his place on the battlefield. It was during this time that he noticed the need for iron bridges to replace the easily burnt wooden ones used by the troops. Seizing the opportunity, Carnegie started the Keystone Bridge Company and also established his own iron mills. This ownership of the iron source allowed his bridge-building company to be self-sufficient and boosted its profits. Expansion and success. Carnegie significantly expanded his business interests by utilizing his connections in the railroad industry. To achieve this, he established 3 interconnected companies. The first was a mining extraction company, which provided him with the necessary resources. The second company focused on bridge building, using iron acquired from Carnegie's mining operations. Lastly, he ventured into the business of selling rails after constructing the bridges. These 3 companies formed a symbiotic relationship, mutually reinforcing each other and bolstering Carnegie's control and profit margins. Despite Carnegie's initial hopes of finding a vibrant culture and engaging with esteemed businessmen in the bustling atmosphere of New York City, he was met with disappointment. He described the wealthy individuals in his surroundings as deceitful and dishonest. Although at one point he had written a note expressing his intention to retire and dedicate himself to making the world a better place before his 35th birthday, this aspiration remained unfulfilled. Steel works. Henry Bessemer invented the Bessemer converter, a pear-shaped furnace that allowed for the mass production of steel. Previously, this was thought to be impossible. For the first time ever, it became feasible to create large structures from steel, leading to the birth of skyscrapers and forever changing a city's skyline. Carnegie acted quickly and successfully established America's first steel plants. To accomplish this, he hired the best engineers and architects money could buy. He relentlessly focused on increasing efficiency, always utilizing the latest technology and pushing his employees to their maximum physical and mental capabilities. He even required his employees to work 364 days a year, with only the 4th of July off for rest. As technology advanced, Carnegie saw opportunities to replace workers with machines, as machines didn't require sleep, ask for raises, or attempt to unionize. Carnegie, a master salesman, decided to name his venture the J. Edgar Thomson Steel Works, after one of his customers in the railroad industry. He hoped that naming the steel mill after a customer would show appreciation for their business and potentially generate more orders from their railroad. This strategy proved successful. The first order from Thomson consisted of 2,000 steel rails. Naming a mill after a customer was more than a sales gimmick. It was part of a larger strategy to publicly express appreciation, which would continue to bring great benefits throughout Carnegie's career. To manage the Carnegie steel mills effectively, Carnegie brought on board a ruthless executive known for his attention to the bottom line, Henry Clay Frick. Together, Carnegie and Frick formed a powerful force. To demonstrate their ruthlessness, they spread a false rumor with Frick's assistance, alleging that Duquesne's mill was producing defective steel. This rumor had the desired effect, as it frightened off railroads concerned about receiving subpar products. By undercutting Duquesne's prices, Carnegie and Frick further weakened the company. In just 2 years, Duquesne's finances were in ruins, and it had no choice but to sell out to Carnegie at a fraction of its previous value. Consolidation and Philanthropy. With the acquisition of Duquesne Steel Works, Carnegie's control over the steel industry expanded by a great deal. He continued to acquire different steel companies and brought them together under the name of the Carnegie Steel Company. By the late 1880s, his company had become the biggest and most profitable steel company in the whole world. As Carnegie's wealth grew extremely, he developed a philosophy of giving influenced by the writings of philosopher Herbert Spencer and economist John Stuart Mill. Carnegie believed in the idea of the gospel of wealth, which suggested that the rich had a duty to use their wealth for the betterment of society. He famously said, "A person who dies with a lot of money dies in a shameful manner." In line with his philanthropic beliefs, Carnegie started a massive period of giving and donating significant amounts of money to various causes. His most remarkable act of philanthropy was the creation of public libraries, which he saw as a means to provide opportunities for self-learning and social progress. Carnegie financed the building of more than 2,500 libraries all around the world, including over 1,600 in the United States. Later years and legacy. In the year 1901, Andrew Carnegie, who was 65 years old at that time, made a decision to bring an end to his work and retire. This decision turned out to be quite remarkable, as he struck an incredible deal. He sold his steel company to J.P. Morgan for an astonishing amount of money, a staggering $480 million. As a result of this deal, he instantly became the wealthiest person in the entire world. Upon retiring, Carnegie dedicated the remaining years of his life to 2 main pursuits: giving back to society through philanthropy and pursuing his passion for writing. These 2 became the central focuses of his everyday life. Even today, many years later, Carnegie's reputation and influence as both a philanthropist and an industrialist continue to be substantial and significant. The impact of his contributions to education and his instrumental role in establishing public libraries has left a deep and lasting impression on communities around the world. Furthermore, his innovative business strategies, including the concept of vertical integration, and his unwavering dedication to efficiency served as an exemplary model for future industrialists. His profound influence significantly shaped the trajectory of the American steel industry in the years that followed. Andrew Carnegie's incredible journey is truly remarkable. He started with nothing, as a Scottish immigrant living in poverty. However, through his unwavering entrepreneurial spirit, determination, and strategic thinking, he ascended to become the wealthiest man in the world. Carnegie's steel industry ventures were incredibly successful, allowing him to accumulate an immense fortune. Despite his personal wealth, Carnegie believed in the importance of philanthropy and giving back to society. His dedication to improving the world through his philanthropic efforts cannot be overstated. Even today, the impact of his generosity continues to benefit countless individuals and communities. Carnegie's story is truly inspiring, serving as a testament to the fact that hard work, innovation, and a sincere commitment to making a difference can lead anyone to achieve extraordinary success. Thank you for taking the time to watch. If you enjoyed this, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Make sure to click the bell icon for notifications so you never miss any updates or new content.